For my next interview with Beauty Bliss, this is my lovely sister-in-law, Katie. All right,
Hi.
Katie, 4% of women think they're beautiful. What do you think of this number?
That's way too low.
But why is it so low?
Because we're fed from a beauty industry that there's a certain way that you have to look to be pretty. I'm guilty of it.
But why do we let them tell us how we should feel?
It's mind control, man.
Mind control. They're poisoning our minds.
No, I think that they bring down your self-esteem so that you think that you need to buy this or buy that. Because I've been guilty of that too. It's like, oh, if you buy this, you'll be pretty. If you do this, you'll be pretty. And that's not necessarily true.
But why do we have to buy into it?
Because we let ourselves.
But why? Where does that come from? How do we change that then? How do we change that industry, or how do we teach the way that we perceive it?
Well, partly is that other girls do it to other girls.
Mean girls?
Yes. They call each other the B word and then treat each other badly, and it's like, how do you expect for people to think about each other?
Do you think that if we were positive to one another though and had like good things to say, or if we were more loving, that would change it?
I think it would help. I think everybody needs to watch this documentary that Jessica Simpson did, because she went around the world and found in different cultures what people perceived as beautiful. Like in Africa, bigger women are seen as more beautiful. And there was they did the story of this girl that was going to be married, and it was some African tribe, and when she started, she was smaller than I am, and by the time she got married, she weighed like close to 300 pounds, because they see, being fat not fat, but being bigger as positive.
Okay.
Because it means that you have, enough food and things, and then in other cultures, like they went to like Thailand, where they have like a lot of cross dressers and stuff like that. So I can't remember what it's called, but it's really interesting because they go around to different countries and like see what every country thinks is beautiful. Like in America, we see tan as being beautiful, and in Thailand, the whiter you are, the higher class you are.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's different. So.
Different for every culture, for every person.
Yeah, but it's definitely interesting.
That's a good point of view. Okay, so what do you think is beautiful then? What attracts you? What aesthetically pleases you?
My husband's pretty.
Cliffy, are you pretty?
He's pretty.
It's ready to go.
That goatee.
He's pretty. So, I think as I've gotten older, I was one of those people that thought, being tan and looking a certain way. But I think as you get older, you kind of wake up and realize that you are what you are, and it's not. It's not like that's the same thing that I'm only 25, and I just had twins, and I'm still, little baby stomach here, but I think you realize one day that I am what I am, and unless you want to have plastic surgery and be fake, you just learn to be like, I look like crap today, but that's alright.
Alright, so do you think you're beautiful then?
My husband still loves me, so...
That's what matters?
Yeah.
When do you feel most beautiful? Like, what makes you feel attractive? What are you doing? Are they these ones?
Oh!
I didn't pen down there.
Yeah.
Like, when do you feel most attractive?
Angelica feels it when she's in her room dancing alone to One Direction.
Yeah. It's different for all of us. Mom feels it when she's training. Amanda when she's dressed up.
His face, aren't you? It's coming.
Probably whenever... I don't know.
what's your favorite picture of you? What are you doing?
I don't remember how old I actually was, but I am. There's two different ones. There's when I went to my first Broadway musical,
Mhm.
which was Showboat, that my grandparents took me to, and I think I'm like, I don't know how old I am, like 7 maybe.
Yeah.
I have a dress on, and I'm just like all happy and stuff. Are you laughing at me?
So when you're happy, moments when you
Yeah.
good memories and moments and fun. So final comments. What should we do? How do we increase 4%? Where do we start? With ourselves. Mom believes with our daughters.
Women just stop needing to be so catty to each other.
Be
It's
even
like-
more accepting and less
it's like-
judgmental.
It's like, no wonder people don't think they're pretty because they're, they grow up being told they're not. Like my cousin, Brandy, she looked a certain way. She was, really bigger when she was younger. And people were, like, mean to her and everything like that. And then, like, I have one cousin who was born with a physical deformity, and people were mean to her, and it's just like, they should
Be more kind. Any final comments? This is very good. You brought up some great points, Katie.
I think that the beauty industry needs to change because, like, when you watch those shows like America's Top Model and stuff,
Mhm.
you never see anybody that's like above a size like 6 or 8,
Mhm.
and like somebody my size, which I mean I am a little bit overweight because of just having babies, but I mean like somebody my size that is in shape is considered a plus size model.
Mhm.
And I don't think that's right. I think we need to get back to, like where in the 50s, women were just accepted as being, like bigger and like actually being more natural.
Shapely.
Yeah, like it wasn't like you have to be, like this, like what is it in the Sir Mix-a-Lot song? He's like 36, 24,
Oh.
36 or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Which are like the measurements of Barbie or something like that.
Probably.
Yeah. But the measurements of Barbie, if that was a real person, she'd have to walk on all fours because her spine wouldn't be able to support herself.
Wow.
So, I mean, it's an unrealistic goal that people are given, and then, we wonder why there's so many people with depression and, like, mental issues and, like...
Or disorders.
Yeah,
Or
like
body
eating
image
disorders. Yeah.
issues. All right. Perfection. Thank you, Katie.